Going on, everybody? Welcome to Friday Night Football. Hertha Berlin against Union Berlin in the Berlin derby. Thank you very much for joining me tonight, guys. You probably don't need to see this, and I'll probably move this over here. Sorry, we're still getting set up. Let's take a look. On, everybody, welcome to Friday Night Football. Hertha Berlin against Union Berlin in the Berlin derby. Thank you very much for joining me tonight, guys. You probably start, guys. Sorry for the rough start, and we don't need that. Okay, all right. How are we doing? So, what I thought, guys, I am still getting set up, but because it is so difficult for me to live bet, rather than kind of just jump into this session, I thought you could kind of see the lengths that I have to go to live bet on these sites, right? So, reason why I'm a little bit late getting set up, we're about 10 minutes late. I can't live bet like a regular person because the bookies keep shutting me down for making too much money. So, in order to be able to live bet these events, I have to have multiple devices and multiple internet connections. So, device number 1, there it is. Device number 2, there's another one. Device number 3, we've got a couple of different internet connections in the house and a third internet connection just to be able to live bet these games. So, this is why we're a little bit late getting set up. It's not as easy as me just jumping on to a computer to live bet this game. I've actually got to sort things out logistically, log into different accounts on all these different devices, connect each different device to each different internet connection. So it's a bit of a mess, but we're getting there, boys. Don't worry. We are getting there, and in a moment we will begin doing some light research for tonight's game. So give me a few more seconds to get set up. So yeah, sorry guys, tonight, obviously, bookies are absolute bastards. They will shut you down when you consistently make money, and you have to go to great lengths to get around that. So tonight I'm live betting on, like I say, 3 different devices, 1 iPad, 2 iPad, this computer, and 3 internet connections, 2 in the house, and this USB one running off this computer. So that's why I'm a little bit late to get started. It's annoying, boys. It is annoying. I wish I could just log into a betting site like a regular person and place bets, but unfortunately I can't. So you do have to go to extreme lengths, but it's all good, boys. It is all good. It is all good. I always remind myself it's a good problem to have, right, when you're getting shut down for making too much cash. What I will say is that it still pisses me off. Even after fucking 10 years. I haven't been getting shut down for 10 years. Probably been getting shut down for about 7 or 8 years now. But every time it happens, it fucks me off. I get really annoyed over it. And it doesn't get any easier. Still as frustrating as ever. You know what I mean? So anyway, we're going to get set up. I'll actually take this out of here, because we don't need that. And we don't need the pencil either. Drop that down there. And we're almost set up, boys. We'll do a little bit of light research. Get into live bet in this game. Now, this will be the third one of these that we have done. The third live betting hangout, where I will just kind of be commentating the game from a betting perspective, share any live bets that I place with you guys. I will say football is probably one of the softest sports to live bet. I think it's the easiest sport to live bet. I earn the majority of my money from live betting MMA, but I actually think live betting football is easier than live betting MMA. The thing is, I kind of specialise in live betting MMA because obviously you can get through 12 different fights in a very short space of time, whereas to watch 12 football matches and live bet 12 football matches, that's a lot of work, do you know what I mean? That is a hell of a lot of work. It's like 24 hours pretty much being sat in front of a computer when you include half time and stuff, not including research. So it's very time consuming, but when I do dip in and out of live betting football, it is a very, very profitable endeavour, which you guys will hopefully be able to benefit from. Because obviously I'm sharing my live bets with you guys. Like I say, this is the third live betting football hangout I've done. The first one was the game on the first one was that Aussie Australian A-League game between Newcastle Jets and Melbourne City. We won a bet on that game. Then we won a bet on the last game we did earlier in the week, which was who was it? Bayer Leverkusen and Werder Bremen. This will be the third one, so hopefully we can go 3-0, make it a hat trick tonight, or even 4-0, or even 5-0 if we find more live bets. Who knows how many live bets we'll find? Maybe we won't find any. That does also happen from time to time, where I'll watch an entire football match and there just won't be any opportunities to make cash and you have to pass. It's where the discipline comes in, right, boys? We're just waiting for strong positions to pop up, strong positions for us to put our money. But I am set up now, boys. We're good to go on this iPad. We're good to go on this iPad. What I do find really funny, check this out, man. This iPad's about 10 years old. This iPad is about a year old. Look at the difference, man. It's absolutely crazy how much Apple technology has moved on there. What is crazy is this one's much bigger, but this one is heavier, which doesn't make any sense. But anyway, boys, we are almost to go. We are almost to go. Right, so we'll do a little bit of light research before this game. We will do a little bit of light research. I'll answer any questions you boys have got, though, before we kick this off. Shout out to everyone watching on Twitch as well. Hello, everybody on Twitch. Hey, what's up, Tubi? What is that, Vegan Skeptic? Vegan Skeptic, one of my elite members, man. Good to see you, mate. Arizek, how many iPads do you have? I have 3, dude, but I'm using 2 of them tonight. Hey Martin, how are you doing, dude? What is up, Harry Doherty? Harry Doherty saying Hertha Berlin will win. Yeah, Union Berlin have got a lot of injuries, right? We'll have a look into that in a minute. Dr. Y is saying, why don't you just use a VPN? Because betting sites can detect the use of VPNs, and it's a very, very quick way to get your account shut down. Yeah, Jay, do you know that actually the ironic thing, dude? The most money that I've ever been able to make on... So, you know betting sites allow you to restrict how much money you can deposit, or like you can do these self-exclusion programs. The most amount of money I have ever been able to make on a betting account is basically when I've had an account from someone who has gone into those programs before. So clearly they like to give people enough rope to hang themselves, and why the whole bet responsibly thing is a load of bollocks. It is just a tick box exercise. It doesn't mean dick. Hey, what is up, Henry Escobedo? Everyone's saying Hertha Berlin's going to win this. I don't know anything about these two teams, man. We're going to have a look into a little bit of research in a minute. I am seeing loads of injuries, though. Although Solomon Kalou is out for Hertha Berlin. Don't know much about these Union players, though, man. I'm familiar with a few of the Hertha players, not so much a Union Berlin. Yeah, Vegan Skeptic, man. We used to have some issues with that when I won't get into it now. It's a long story, man. But we've had betting sites before go to quite extreme lengths, man, to infiltrate our group, our live betting group on my website, and cause us problems, man. Joel the Messenger. No, Joel, so I've had loads of betting accounts closed down over the years, mate, and they always let you get your money back, man. Like, I've never... What happens is, when they close you down, there's, like, lots of different ways that can like, lots of different end results. Like, it could go from... They just limit... Anyway, I've got loads of videos on my channel. You click on my channel, you can watch videos to see it happen, but I've got actual videos on my channel of it happening, but... They always let you get your money, man, when they shut you down. They always let you withdraw it. I've never had a site not give me my money. So, it's just one of those things. It's just annoying when it does happen, but at least you get your money, you know. Hey, what's up, Dane? Dane's another one of my elite members, dude. Good to see you, man. No, Jay, not really, man. I don't like supporting teams or anything, man, because then you might, let a little bit of bias creep in. I am a Cardiff fan, but... that's about it when it comes to football, man. I just support Cardiff. Hey, what's up, Single Barrel? Single Barrel dude, good to see you. Hey, what's up, Johnny? Oh, Johnny's another one of my elites. Good to see you, John dude. And Joey McBride's bet over 2.5 goals in this game. Roganski is saying Hertha should win. That's the third person to say they think Hertha are going to win. Union playing 4 or 5 bench players and Hertha are far too strong going forward. I expect a 3-1 win. Good luck, Roganski. Thanks a lot for sharing that as well, man. Right, I only do light research on football. It's more about trying to be able to read the flow of the game. So what we will do, we'll have a little look into this game now and see what is up. I'm actually going to have to move this here as well. I'll put my other iPad down here. I've got one on either side, the mic and space for my microphone. Alright, yeah, we're good. Alright, boys. Dr. Y, dude, that is... So Dr. Y is talking about using something called virtual machines to get around with the problem that I was explaining earlier in the video. That would need a whole hours long video on itself, dude. So that is a big question to answer. But if you're interested in talking more about it, dude, just sign up to my website. It's free. Jump in the public chat sometime, mate, and I'll be happy to have a chat with you. I've just realised you can't actually see it on there. I will bring it up here instead. Alright, boys. God, my nose is going crazy tonight. I have no idea why. Yeah, just sign up for a free account, dude, and then just come into the chat room and we'll have a chat about virtual machines. Virtual machines work to some extent, but they're not a complete solution to your problem. Alright, boys. Alright, let's have a quick look into this one then. So as you can see, Union Berlin, quite a lot of injuries. I don't know how important these players are to Union Berlin. I do know that Solomon Kalou is important to Hertha, but anyway, at a time like this, 6 players out, not ideal. Let's have a look at the lineups. So we know Ibisevic up front for Hertha Berlin. He's decent. Plattenhardt, one of the best left backs in the league. Boyata at centre back. Jarstein, one of the best goalkeepers in the league. Very, very nice. Cool. Alright, let's have a look at recent results then. Obviously, it's a bit difficult to go off form at the moment because with the coronavirus lockdown, I mean, we're pretty much betting on the start of a new season, right? With no games for 2 months. I mean, form from March and February is not really going to mean much, but it can give us some hints as to, how many goals these teams have got in them, generally how they've been doing and are likely to perform. Just give us a little bit more information. So if we look at Hertha Berlin, look at their home form, doesn't look like they've got many goals in them, to be fair. Jesus, they got smashed by Cologne just before the lockdown. Where are Cologne in the league? I can't imagine they're very high up or mid-table. So they got smashed by Cologne. So it looks like Hertha Berlin were on a bit of a bad run, man, before the lockdown. Lost 3 of their last 5. They don't have many goals in them either. They've only scored 3 goals in their last 5 games in the Bundesliga. So they have been playing decent teams, though. Bayern Munich and Schalke, I would imagine, are roughly or quite high up. No, mid-table. Bayern Munich obviously top. I would, seeing this, you've got to be a little bit careful here betting things like both teams to score. This Hertha Berlin team, I mean, they had a lot of goals in them late last year, but this season seems to be struggle city. What about overall? They scored 3 goals away from home there against Dusseldorf. I think Dusseldorf are down the bottom though, right? Yeah, relegation zone, so that doesn't really tell us a lot. Yeah, Hertha Berlin don't look like they've got too many goals in them, man. So it is worth bearing that in mind. Also, what is a little bit concerning is that they drew 2-2 at home to Werder Bremen. We know Werder Bremen pretty bad. We saw them the other night, right? Werder Bremen right down the bottom. All right, let's have a look at how many points actually separate them. Yeah, quite a lot. Quite a lot. All right, let's take a look at Union. Union Berlin's away form. So they seem to score in pretty much every game. So Union Berlin at least look like they've got some goals in them. But overall, 3 there, 2 there, 3 there. Sorry. Looking at Hertha. Where are we going? So Hertha Berlin, right? 3. Hertha Berlin at home don't seem to have too many goals in them. But away from home, they do. Which should be the opposite. Very unusual. But Dusseldorf are right down the bottom. Werder Bremen are right down the bottom. Can't imagine Paderborn are that high up the table. Oh, they're bottom of the league. So it looks like the majority of Hertha Berlin's... When Hertha Berlin have scored, it tends to be against teams down the bottom of the table. But when they're playing teams mid-table, upper end of the table, they don't seem to have too many goals in them. So we'll be very careful with the goal scoring live betting tonight in terms of both teams to score and the overs. This team doesn't look like they've got too many goals in them, but we'll have to see how Union Berlin are defensively, how Ibisevic looks, just how Hertha Berlin look going forward. But some red flags in there, man. Losing 3 of their last 5 home games. So let's take a look at Union Berlin. Switch to away form first. Away form's not bad, you know. Away form's not bad. Away form's not bad. Won 3 of their last 5 away from home. I know this was a cup game, but you know, Eintracht Frankfurt, one of the better teams in the league, right? Oh no, they're not actually. Wow. Okay, I remember watching them in Europe last season. They were pretty good, but they're on a very bad run of form. Not sure what's going on there. I think Bayern Munich are playing Frankfurt tomorrow, right? So anyway, Union do look like they have goals in them, though, man. Union do seem to score in pretty much every game. Union have scored in pretty much every game. So Union have got goals in them, man. Definitely got goals in them. It's only really the top teams that they failed to score against: Dortmund, Bayern Munich. So interesting, right? Interesting. Union Berlin have got goals in them. Hertha Berlin not so much. They are dead even, pretty much dead even in the league. Could be a tight game, this. Looks like this could be a good game. Like I say, Union Berlin do have a lot of injuries. I'm not sure how influential players who are injured are to their team. But recent form suggests could be quite a good game, you know. Could be quite a good game. Hertha Berlin did good on the weekend, beating Hoffenheim. Where are Hoffenheim in the league? Would imagine they're quite high up now, mid-table as well. Interesting. This should be pretty good. 2 of Union Berlin's last 3 have come against 2 of the better teams in the league. That was a cup game as well, which I don't really like to count. If you take that one out, form's alright. We'll see. I'm not gonna be going into this game with any I'm not going to be going into this game with any strong read at all, really. I'm just going to try and read the game, see if any strong positions pop up for us to put our money in. What I would say is that it is interesting how Hertha don't seem to have too many goals in them. Union Berlin scoring pretty much every game, so that's something that we've got to take into consideration, especially if, you know, Hertha Berlin are are playing well, right? Because if they, if they can't score goals, win games at the end of the day, if they're weak defensively, is this the type of game where Union could hit them with a smash and grab? We will see, man. We will see. So yeah, recent form doesn't look good for Union Berlin. We've got to remember though, one of those games was a cup game, and the other two losses were against pretty decent teams. Right, so can't learn too much from that, boys. We're just going to pretty much go off watching the game, see if any opportunities pop up and make some cash on this one. Oh, nice one, Magic Man. I'll check that site out. Thanks a lot, dude. Nice one, dude. Here we go, boys. It's just kicked off. I'm watching on the BT Sport website, so they are a little bit behind. Apologies. I did actually try and buy a laptop today, another laptop, so that I can actually do these live streams from my living room where my TV is, because there I watch the games through satellite TV, and that'll mean that I'm kind of up to date as possible on the action, so there won't be any delay or anything from my commentary. And we will get into that. Well, you can't get a decent laptop at the moment. The kind of laptop I need to do that is quite powerful, but I've pre-ordered one for July, which doesn't really help us at the moment, but just know it's coming, boys. It is coming, and then there won't be any delay in what I am commentating, and what you're seeing will be up to date with the TV broadcast. But for now, it's got to be done through the BT Sport website, which is a bit annoying. So Hertha Berlin, lots of possession early on. Very nice pass out wide there from Union. Cheeky little professional foul. He's already let the ball go. Late challenge there on Bolter. I've got a feeling, based on recent form and based on the position of these two teams in the league, I think this could be a tight game, man. You never know in football, but at least on paper, not a lot seems to separate these two teams. I guess it's just a question of how much those injuries are going to hurt Union Berlin. We were saying in the last live stream between Werder Bremen and Bayer Leverkusen that, with all these teams now getting 5 substitutes due to the coronavirus pandemic, I hate it when they give fouls like that. What's Grujic supposed to do there? Pramel Grujic is just trying to win the ball. It's very, very frustrating, man. It's free kicks like that are very silly. Grujic is just trying to win the ball, man. What's he supposed to do? Is he supposed to let Pramel bring the ball down and then, attack the 18-yard box? Grujic is just trying to win the ball fair and square. Do I have a feeling this is going to be a tight game though, boys? Could be wrong. And I was just saying before the foul that we were talking in the Werder Bremen Bayer Leverkusen stream about how the additional 2 substitutes the teams get due to the coronavirus lockdown is really going to benefit teams that have got bigger squads, because obviously, in the second half you could pretty much replace half your team with fresh legs. So those teams with higher quality substitute benches are going to have a huge advantage in the second half, and obviously teams like Union Berlin, which are dealing with a lot of injury problems, it's going to make the second half very, very difficult for them. If Hertha Berlin have got a lot of strength and depth they can bring on in that second half. Now, with how things look on paper here, and with the amount of injuries, beautiful ball. Great ball inside. The reader tried to hold the ball up there, but that's one of those situations, man. There's so many bodies in the box from Union Berlin. You've got to get a shot off in that position, man. It was a beautiful threaded pass Beautiful threaded pass from Luca Bacchio. He's having a decent game. He looks very, very lively on this right wing. Yeah, but Union Berlin, a lot of bodies in the box. Union Berlin looking decent defensively early on. And with Hertha Berlin not having too many goals in them, might be difficult. Might be a difficult night for Hertha to get in on goal. We'll see though, man. You never know. It's early days, right? A little bit greedy there. Not going to beat the keeper from that distance. This is probably going to be one of those games. I said in the Bayer Leverkusen versus Hertha Berlin game, Bayer Leverkusen versus Werder Bremen game, that usually I wait until the second half before getting a live bet off. I like to let a game mature, get a read on it, try and get a feel for which way it's going to go. Very rarely do I lock in live bets early in a football match. I can see this being one of those games. Obviously, I completely contradicted that in the Werder Bremen Bayer Leverkusen game. We placed a live bet within 5 minutes, but I think it's going to take longer than that to get a feel for this game. Both these teams feel pretty well matched to me. Very well played. Very, very well played here from Bolter. But good defending. Much better defending from both these sides early than we saw in the last Bundesliga game. Great tackle there. Absolutely brilliant tackle there for Trimmel. We like that. I'm going to put my iPad by there. Put it there. Yeah. Alright. So good competitive game so far. 5 minutes in. They're lively on this right wing though. Luca Bacchio looking dangerous early on. And the right back, Pekarik, has got up and down this line. He's beat his man here. Nobody home though. Oh, nobody home. It just floats out of plate. Lobbed cross. It looks like a good game this, boys. It looks like a competitive game. Looks like we got a good game to live bet. These are the best kind of games to live bet, man, because when they're competitive, it gives you a better opportunity to get a read on the momentum swings. God, look at that arena. Absolutely crazy. Beautiful arena though. Olympic Stadium in Berlin. I believe it's the Olympic Stadium. Olympic Stadion. Berlin derby. I wonder how much rivalry there is between these two sides. I don't know too much about German football. Don't remember it being branded as a major derby. Although whenever you've got two clubs in the same city, you would imagine there is some spice to the fixture. Look like Reichel's looking for the long throw here. He goes near post. He's just literally... Butler's had a pretty good game so far, but he kind of just punted that ball into the 6-yard box, hoping for the best there. There was no one home. And that's obviously bad news for Union Berlin, man. Parenson, one of their centre-backs, picking up a yellow card very, very early on in the game. It's not what you want, man. 10 minutes into the game, you do not want one of your centre-backs on a yellow card. I thought it was a bit of a foul there, man. The reader giving a little nudge in the back. He's protesting it, but he didn't try and play the ball. Parenson going up to win the ball. You can see the reader just getting into his back there. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. It was actually Reichel, the left back. Slow start of the game so far. There's the main man for Hertha Berlin, Luca Barrio. Luca Bacchio starting very, very strong. Left back Pekaric just spoons it upfield. Luca Bacchio nicks it on. Well played from Ibisevic. Important challenge there from the centre back Parenson, who is on a yellow card. Scrappy start to this game. Let me know if you've got any bets on this game, boys. Let me know. I might actually introduce a fourth device into the equation so that I can actually answer your questions. We've got a bet insight here, a bet insight here, what you're seeing here, football match here. Put your questions on here, boys. Do a little bit of a Q&A while we're watching. Why not? Let me know if you guys have got any bets. No bets yet, Rizzler. Let me know if you guys do have any bets though, boys. Let me know if you've got any bets on this game. Now that I can actually see your comments. Tight game so far. Exact type of game we want for live betting though. Slow start. Marko Grujic in midfield for Hertha Berlin. He used to play for my beloved Cardiff City. Wasn't very good, to be fair. Wasn't very good, but maybe he is a lot better now. A few years down the line. Say a few, probably like 2 years down the line. The Reader's a live wire in midfield for Hertha Berlin. He's having a good game so far. Pekaric also on this right side, covering a lot of ground early on. Very competitive game though. Don't see either team having the edge at the moment. Is that offside? Ibisevic offside. Just going a little bit too early. UFC betting experience is going for Hertha to win and both teams to score. Everyone looks like they think Hertha is going to win. More than 5.5 yellow cards for Stefan. Lucas Oliveira thinks it's going to be a draw in the first half. I think that's probably the best bet out of all the ones that I've read so far. With Hertha Berlin not really scoring many goals recently, and both teams looking pretty solid defensively. Do like that. I'm not going to be betting in myself. It's not usually the kind of bet that I like to go for. I would never actually place a bet like that ever, but I can see your logic behind that. Definitely. George Allen's going for a draw. Alejandro Maxwell is saying Union shouldn't lose. Yeah, Union doing alright so far, right? Still very early days. Well played by Grujic. Just going to be in front of his two centre-backs, cleaning things up for him. I do like the look of the two centre-backs from Hertha Berlin. Turaniga and Boyata seem very good on the ball. Very good passes of the ball, very calm, composed in possession, which is what you want when you're looking to play the ball out from the back like Hertha are trying to do. Plattenhardt, one of the best left-backs in the league. Pekaric slips as he pumps the ball forward there to the Reader. The Reader, obviously one of the shortest men in the Hertha Berlin side, not going to be able to win that ball. I think that Pekaric was hoping Ibisevic was going to be able to get on the end of that. Good defending there from Boyata. Still in possession though here with Union. Been forced to go all the way back by the Hertha Berlin midfield pressing them. It's gone wide here to Trimmel. He does a good job of keeping it in and winning himself a corner. Very, very nice from Mr. Trimmel. Had to do a lot to rescue that ball. I think he's won a corner. He has won a corner. Very, very nice. Trimmel, the man who just won the corner, stepping up to take the corner. Oh my fucking god. Are they going to VAR this? Surely not. This is the one aspect of watching football that is a little bit frustrating. Like in the UFC, I mean, we see guys literally get switch kicked in the face. Switch kicked in the face. Now, is there really any need for Turaniga to go down like that? Really? Pointless. Just slows the game down. Is he hurt? No, not really. Decent corner in though, to be fair. Trimmel fizzed that ball into the 6-yard box. No one could get on the end of it though. Luckily for Hertha. Nuraniga's moment of shame there. Pretending to be hurt. So we are now approaching 20 minutes in. Slow start of the game. No real attempts on goal from either side. Luca Bacchio is in here though. He's got to take it. Oh, very good save there for Gikiewicz. That actually looked like the ball was going to go through his legs there. And I think he actually used his testicles to save that shot. It is a very, very good job that Gikiewicz, the Union Berlin goalkeeper, does not have a micro penis, or there might not have been anything that actually saved that shot. Uses his penis to save Luca Bacchio's shot there. Very, very lucky that his penis is substantial to keep that ball out the net. Luca Bacchio trying to thread the ball through the legs of Gikiewicz. Not today. Not today. Very nice. Decent interception from Luca Bacchio. Hubner plays it back to the keeper, and he seems to have recovered already. Inga Vartsen does a good job of rescuing this. He puts Trimmel in a little bit of trouble. Oh, Trimmel does really well. Although they give Inga Vartsen a difficult ball to deal with, and the ball is out to play for a throw-in. Easy to defend there, throwing at the near post. Union Berlin too big at the back. No one in there to win the ball off that throw-in. Very, very organised from Union Berlin. Hertha Berlin having a tough time breaking them down in this game. They've only really got in twice, right? Luca Bacchio in on goal. The other attempt where the reader kind of overplayed the ball on the edge of the 6-yard box, ended up giving the ball away. Very, very organised, structured team, this Union Berlin. Not easy to break down. This game is the complete opposite from Werder Bremen Leverkusen game we watched earlier in the week, where it was wide open. Two very, very organised teams here. Inge Vartson on the ball here. Great ball in. Unlucky Anderson can't get up for it. Jarstein reads it. Takes the ball off his head. Luca Bacchio has looked the most... Jesus. Curse the commentator. I was just about to say Luca Bacchio has looked the most dangerous man on the pitch so far. And he's also come the closest to scoring, right, when he just went in on goal. But he did give the ball away a little bit cheaply there, letting it run out of play from his possession. You can see his manager's not very happy with him. Parensen taking a gamble there. But Ibisevic can't make him pay. And I guess the real question for me is, obviously Hertha Berlin are having a lot more of the ball in this first half than Union Berlin. You know, with the injuries the Union Berlin have got, if it's 0-0 going into the second half, you know, are Union going to start to get tired? You know, what? You know, if they've got 6 injuries to their first team squad, what does the quality of their bench look like tonight? Grujic takes a shot from miles away. Bit greedy again. I think a little bit of frustration from Hertha Berlin. They are struggling to break Union Berlin down, and when you see a central defensive midfielder like Grujic, who doesn't have many goals in him, doesn't have the best shot on him, when you see him shooting from 40 yards out, it just goes to show Hertha Berlin possibly getting a little bit frustrated. Bolter, attacking midfielder for Union Berlin, probably the most dangerous player in this Union Berlin team by the look of it. He's been lively in this first half. Very nice interception there though from Grujic, and a cheap foul to give away on Luca Bacchio. I am just reading the flash score commentary. It says Marko Grujic was close to scoring after he unleashed a powerful shot which went a whisker over the crossbar. If I was doing written commentary for this game, that is not how I would describe what happened at all. I would not. I mean, to me, Grujic just went full Peter Kay and absolutely skied him miles over the bar. To say he unleashed a powerful shot that went a whisker over the crossbar, not sure about that. He absolutely spooned it and it went about 10 feet over the crossbar, nowhere near troubling the goalkeeper. So just having a look at the live odds at the moment. What's interesting is the money line odds have barely moved. Hertha Berlin still around 2.20 to win. The draws 3.0. Union Berlin 3.6. The double chance is Hertha Berlin or draw 1.25. Do not like that. Union Berlin or draw 1.61. That is probably the most interesting bet that I'm looking at the moment. And then Hertha Berlin or Union Berlin to win 1.36. What is both teams to score looking like? Those are kind of like the main markets I like to play. Yes, 2.37. No, 1.53. Interesting. All right, we'll keep an eye on those. No strong position jumping out at me at the moment, though. This could go either way. Grujic has done well to win that ball there. Pekaric looked like he let it run out of play though. Difficult ball for Pekaric to deal with though under pressure, being closed down. Boyata is making the point that earlier in the game, obviously, a foul was given against Marko Grujic for a high foot. And there Reichel making the point that it was a similar height that Boyata went to win that ball. Very, very slow game this so far. You can kind of see why Hertha Berlin don't score many goals, right? Tight game this. Not many goal scoring opportunities. Union Berlin, to my knowledge, haven't had a shot on target yet. Hertha Berlin have only had one shot on target when Luca Bacchio went in on goal, but not many goal scoring chances created from either team. And a little bit of frustration starting to show on both sets of players at the moment now. Ibisevic not happy with that decision against him. I would say out of the two teams, even though Union Berlin haven't had a lot of the ball, I would say they look better on the ball. They move the ball around a lot better. They seem to be better in midfield. Hertha are a lot more direct, but they're on the break here. Ibisevic breaking forward. Union, plenty of men back. And Luca Bacchio and Union Berlin, plenty of men back to deal with that. Good defending. Cunha tries to backheel the ball into goal, but would have been tricky. Actually, no, it was a pretty good attempt, pretty good attempt. He was right at the keeper, a foot either side of him. That would have been difficult for the keeper to deal with, because it would have been very difficult for the keeper to read which way that ball was going to go. Union very, very fortunate that Cunha put the ball right at the keeper there. Hertha Berlin corner, second attempt on goal in the game. Grujic, second attempt, misses. I think he headed wide there. Friedrich taking some risks here, man. Skipping past the attacker in a dangerous area. Yeah, Union Berlin seem better on the ball. They're just not getting enough of the ball. And Ibisevic, again, not happy with the referee's decision to give a foul here. In Ibisevic's defence, it did look like he got a bit of the ball. Interesting to see a replay there. Couldn't have been too bad because it's not going to be a yellow. Yeah, Ibisevic, I mean, it was from behind, but Ibisevic did nick the ball away. It was a little bit harsh. Referee not having any of it. "30 minutes in." Can't say either side have really looked like scoring, right? Cunha had a half chance. Luca Bacchio had a very, very good chance to score. Aside from that, though, neither side really creating too much. Union haven't looked like scoring at all, but it's the kind of game where you will see momentum swings. Hertha Berlin have been on top in the first 30 minutes, but momentum can easily swing in Union's favour and they can have a decent spell. So even though the stats are favouring Hertha Berlin at the moment, Union is certainly not outclassed here, although Luca Bacchio does a great job of winning the ball back for his team there, and a free kick. Uses pace to get in front of Bolter there. Bolter does look to be the most dangerous player in the Union side, though. Just haven't been able to get the ball to him enough in advanced positions. But when he has had the ball, he's looked pretty dangerous. Orgil is asking if the stats are misleading on this game because Union have had 3 shots on target and 65% possession. The stats are definitely not misleading. I mean, the stats are what they are, but you know, the type of game this is, I certainly wouldn't say Union Berlin are struggling. I think Union are dealing pretty well with everything the Hertha is throwing at them. We're only 30 minutes in. I think there's definitely room in this game for Union, to have a decent period for momentum to swing in their favour. I'm not seeing enough from Hertha to want to bet them here at the moment. Especially because we know how the live betting algorithm works, right? So as we get into the second half, the odds will start to improve on both teams, and the odds on the draw will start to shorten if it stays 0-0. So, Hertha don't feel like a strong position to me at the moment, at close to even money, especially when they don't have many goals in them, and when they haven't really created too much going forward. This is the type of game where, if Union Berlin were to go up there, if Union Berlin were to go forward, nick a goal, go 1-0 up, this game's going to turn into an absolute nightmare for Hertha Berlin, because then Union Berlin can keep more men behind the ball. And with this already being quite an open game and Hertha Berlin struggling to break Union down, if Union nick a goal against a run of play, Hertha Berlin have got a really tough game on their hands here. That's why even money at the moment, I am not liking Hertha too much. This is a competitive game. The stats definitely favour Hertha Berlin. They've had more shots on target. They've obviously had more of the ball, but they haven't really done much with all that possession, in my opinion. Let me know what you think, though, boys. Joey McBride's asking, how do we feel about 1H over 0.5? Is that first half over 0.5? I don't like that, dude. I don't think either team really looks like scoring at the moment, mate, if I'm honest with you. There's only 15 minutes left before the end of the half. In the last sort of 10 minutes, it started to get quite scrappy. Lots of breaks in play for free kicks. The players starting to get frustrated. It's not a good time to be betting on, either of these teams to score, in my opinion. That should be a yellow card. Is he giving a yellow there? Should have been a yellow card on Trimmel, the right back, pulling his man back. Yeah, I would not be betting on goals in this game at the moment. It's a tight game. Union Berlin have looked pretty solid defensively, like I say, and apart from that one time Luca Bacchio got in on goal, Union have looked very good defensively. And this is where I am going to try and use these live streams to try and teach you guys about how to live bet these sports as much as possible. When you see a period in a game like this where there's a lot of fouls, there's a lot of players looking frustrated, there's a lot of players getting injured, the play is very stop-start, there's lots of stoppages, it slows down the momentum and the flow of the game and just makes it really, really scrappy. It makes it difficult for either team to build momentum, and goals in a game like that, in that stage of the game where there's a lot of disruptions and stoppages, are a lot less likely, because teams can't build momentum, teams can't build up pressure, teams can't get into their flow. So I'm not saying there won't be a goal in this first half. Like, don't let me stop you betting anything, guys. All I'm saying is that personally, all the signs in this game, how scrappy it is, how many free kicks we're seeing given away, how frustrated the players are starting to look, the chances of there being a goal in this first half, unless something big changes in the next minute, is quite unlikely. Because even at the moment, neither team can really string 3 passes together. On top of, on top of lots of cheap free kicks being given away, players losing possession. I mean, neither team can keep possession. It's turning into a really scrappy game. A really, really scrappy game. And you see Bolter looking for a free kick there. But look how scrappy this is. More scrappiness in midfield. So, yeah, this is a tight game, man. This is a very tight game. And I am kind of like, from a live betting point of view, thinking, ooh, Grujic, was that a 2-footed tackle? Be interested to see a replay of that there. Looked like Grujic went in 2-footed there. He might have been lucky not to pick up a 2-footed tackle is a red card, right? But it did look like a 2-footed challenge there. A lot of referees do not like to see that. They will punish you. Ball's drifted in back post and a complete waste. Yeah, it's a shit game, boys. It is a shit game. A very, very shit game. Can't remember who said it. Someone said that they'd bet on over 2.5 goals in this game. You might need some luck with that, dude, because neither team looks like scoring, man. It's a very very scrappy game so far. The complete opposite of what we had the other night, right? Between referee thinks about giving a free kick there. You got Anderson. Boyata's done a good job there. So has Pekaric. Probably a free kick against Pekaric there, but the ref lets it go. Anderson obviously pulling him down, but I mean, so many free kicks being given to disrupt this game. I think the ref is just going to try and let the game flow a little bit here. Just under 10 minutes left to go in the half. It's been a scrappy 10-15 minutes. Neither team really able to get any momentum going. Lots of breaks in play. Good build up play here though, and again more scrappiness as Cunha and someone that I can't see. Look, they give the ball away. Luca Bacchio punts the ball out of play for a throw in. It's a shit game, boys. This is sports, man. This is sports. It's not all going to be end to end exciting games, right? And we've got the total opposite of what we had earlier in the week. That Bayer Leverkusen Werder Bremen game was amazing, end to end. This is a total shit show, and I'm not sure what the stats are looking like. I am not sure. I'm not sure how the stats are looking, but if the stats are leaning heavily towards either side, boys, and you're not watching this game, I would urge you not to bet this game at the moment. This could go either way. This is a scrappy ass game, man. Very close, very competitive game. Neither team look like scoring. Neither team can really build any momentum, get anything going. Unless something, I mean, they say, right, it's the age-old saying, football's a game of 2 halves. This first half, it looks a bit of a write-off to me. I'm hoping things pick up and change in the second half. Cunha picks a ball up on the edge of the 18-yard box. Very nice shot there. Cunha gets a very nice shot away. And Gikovic denies Cunha for the second time tonight. That's the second attempt on goal. Cunha offside though, so that goal wouldn't have counted. If Cunha would have scored there, that wouldn't have counted. I think they would have gone to VAR and disallowed that. He looked to be offside. So decent save from Gikovic though, but that would have been offside, I believe. I'm pretty sure they're using VAR in the Bundesliga. Trimmel playing the ball forward to Inge Vartsen, plays it back to him, and terrible ball in from Trimmel. Literally passes the ball near post, easily denied. Parensen doing very, very well there. Union were caught short at the back in a 2-on-2 situation. They're taking a gamble. Union committing more men forward now. Trimmel covering a lot of ground. Punts the ball in near post. Much better ball in from Trimmel. I think that's going to be a goal kick though. No, the linesman gives a corner. Trimmel done very, very well there to get that ball into the 6-yard box, and Anderson did a good job. The Union centre forward coming across the 6-yard box, getting across his defender and getting a shot off on goal. Very, very nice. Much better from Union Berlin. There's been a little bit of a shift in gears from Union in the last couple of minutes. They're committing more men forward. there was a sign of that when they got caught 2-on-2 when Cunha went forward on the break. But they've got a corner here now. Again, terrible ball in from Trimmel. Just literally passes the ball into the near post. No one there, absolutely no one there, and a bit of a weak decision from the referee. I feel Cunha played for that a little bit. I'm not sure if this was a foul. Let's have a look. No, he did grab his shirt. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let me see. Are they going to book Prommel? They're going to book Prommel there. You see the frustration on Cunha. It's a professional foul, right? Cunha in an advanced position. Union players committed a lot of men forward. They had men out of position. You know, Cunha's got pace. I'm sure Luca Bacchio was breaking as well. Nice professional foul there from Prommel to slow down play. And it just kind of sums up this half, really. Both teams struggling to build any momentum because of how... I mean, look at that. Absolute fucking shit. Absolute shit from Ibisevic. And that, literally, that sequence of play for me sums up this half. Neither team can get anything going. No sustained build-up play. No creativity. Can't string 3 passes together without giving it away. Oh, he's... A lesser man might have gone down there. A lesser man might have gone down. Grujic if Grujic would have gone down, man, he would have given the referee a decision to make there on a penalty. He ran right into the centre back. Centre back didn't get anywhere near the ball. Grujic had offloaded the ball. If Grujic would have gone down, the ref would have had a decision to make. And Union Berlin now, we said this would happen. We did say this would happen, guys. We said that, you know, after 30 minutes, the stats were favouring Hertha Berlin. They'd had more shots on target, they'd had more possession, but we said momentum can easily swing in Union Berlin's favour and they'll start to see more possession as they grow into the game. It's exactly what you're seeing here now. Union Berlin getting more comfortable, getting more time on the ball. They haven't created any opportunities to score. They haven't had any shots on target as far as I know. But Union in this last, you know, 5 minutes have started to grow into this game. Reichel, the left back, has been taking the long throw in this half. I think he's signalling to Anderson that he's gonna punt another long ball into the near post. But Boyata's a big boy. Nice corner ball right before half time. Very nice corner ball here for Union. Opportunity to nick a goal before half time. And it's another injury. Luca Bacchio getting booked this time. I didn't actually see what happened there. He's taken out the left back, Reichel. Oh, it's a late tackle. The referee doesn't even see it. I think the linesman gave that. Ball in a dangerous position for Union Berlin. Can they nick a goal right before the half? It would make life very, very difficult for Hertha Berlin if they were to nick a goal here. Andrich, central midfielder, looks like he's going to spin this ball into the back post. Or is he going to have a shot from this range? Decides to go for it. Ooh, that is the closest Union have come to scoring in this half. And boys, during the half time, I'll answer any questions you've got, boys. If you've got any questions, drop them in the live chat on Twitch or on YouTube. Got any questions, boys? I'll answer your questions at half time. We'll go back to answer all your questions if you want to ask me anything. And it's turned out, I don't know what the stats are. On paper, it might favour... I'm guessing on paper it favours Hertha Berlin here, but this game could go either way, man. This is a competitive game. Can't imagine there's going to be too much stoppage time at the end of the half. We'll find out shortly. Nem is asking if I think there's going to be at least 2 goals. I'd be surprised if there were 2 goals. I'd be surprised there were more than 2 goals in this game, dude. Like, they do say football's a game of 2 halves. Maybe the game will change in the second half. But if the second half's anything like the first, we're not getting many goals in this game. But obviously Union Berlin got 6 injured players. You know, maybe they start to get a little bit fatigued in the second half. Maybe some of the subs Hertha can bring on will change the game. But yeah, low scoring game at the moment. Very, very tight game. But anyway, nice one, everybody. I'm gonna go back through your comments now, boys. Drop your comments in the live chat. I'll answer as many of you as as many comments I can. I'm gonna go back about 10 minutes into the live chat. And we will get through them. Get through as many as I can. David Hannes saying it's a Berlin derby. It's going to be scrappy the whole game. Scrappy as fuck that first half, wasn't it, dude? Scrappy as fuck. Stefan saying doesn't look a very good game for betting. Hopefully it changes in the second half, man. Arizek is asking about Nitrogen Sports. I've never used them, mate. I think they're a Bitcoin bookie, right? I've never used them myself, dude. Don't think they offer live betting on MMA, so they're not really a site I would use. Hilty saying, I think I missed the boat on the under 1.5. I don't, mate. I think under 1.5 at 2.10 is a pretty shit bet. You know, football's a game of 2 halves. Union Berlin, 6 injuries. They might start to get tired in the second half, and Hertha Berlin can start to pour it on. I don't think under 1.5 at 2.10 is a very good bet, dude. Gopinath Sivalingam. I'm really sorry, dude, if I pronounce your name wrong, but he's saying he thinks the game's going to end 0-0. Stefan's saying there should have been more yellows, but the ref doesn't want to. Yeah, it's a bit weird, right? I don't know if it's the same in Germany, but it's supposed to be an automatic yellow card, right? If you pull your opponent's shirt, and there was definitely a shirt grab towards the end of that half that he didn't give a yellow card for. So yeah, it's a bit weird. Only 2 yellow cards in the first half. Could have been a lot more than that, man. The ref reluctant to give out yellows. Magic Man is saying, are you going to live bet any Bundesliga games tomorrow? I honestly don't know, dude. Like, this is my weekend off. There's no UFC this weekend. I don't get many weekends off, so I'm gonna be spending some time with the family. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll do one. We'll see. We'll see what the wife is. My wife is moderating the chat, boys. So if you're all really nice to her, and if you all hit the like button, maybe she will let me live bet one of the games tomorrow. But I can't promise anything. She's the boss. Joel the Messenger is saying, so are you expecting to find an opportunity to bet, or is it not looking good? I don't know, man. I don't know exactly what happens, but when I watch sports live and I look at the betting odds, bets just pop into my head from time to time. So the first half, I'm not tempted to bet anything after the first half, but anything can happen, man. Anything can happen in the second half, you know what I mean? Things can change, so, you know, we will see. We will see. We will see. Mahatma Gandhi. Oh, nice one, Mahatma, saying he likes this. Do you know what, boys? Even if I don't do any live betting streams for football this weekend, I will be doing them next week because we've got some big games in the Bundesliga, right? We have got Dortmund against Bayern Munich on Tuesday. I'll almost definitely do that one. Probably do Bayer Leverkusen against Wolfsburg straight after as well. Or Werder Bremen against Borussia Mönchengladbach. I'll do it on Wednesday night and Friday night. So if I don't do many streams this weekend, just my weekend off, spend it with the family, there'll be some live streams next week for sure. Nice one, Gandhi, dude. Harry Doherty said he bet £1 to win £150. The 3 players to get booked. 2 have been booked so far. Good luck, dude. You only need 1 more, right? Oh, Niall Burney is a Union fan. Oh, Niall Burney, could you let us know, mate? These players that are injured for Union, how much of an impact is that likely to have on your team? Are these key players for you? We've got Subotic to come on at centre back. Wonder why he's not playing. One of the better centre backs you'd imagine the Union have got on the books, although he is quite slow. He's very slow, right? Who have both teams got on the bench that they can bring on? We'll have a little look at the benches. Scroll down. Gandhi, my favourite football team is Cardiff City, and my favourite player is probably... Tough question. Probably Junior Hoyle at the moment, but lifetime favourite player would be... Oh, that's a tough one, man. I'm not even sure. I don't even know. No idea, man. Probably Craig Bellamy, I would say. Probably my favourite player ever, Craig Bellamy. So let's take a look at the players both teams have got on that can change the game. So is it me? Hertha don't really have too much on the bench. So Mali's on the bench, but they said that he is ill. Neither team has too much on the bench that can change the game, you know. George Allen, I'm not sure if I'm going to do another stream tomorrow, mate. I'll be doing them next week, but I'm not sure about tomorrow. I don't... Will A is asking about Duncan McCockin. I don't know anything about him, sorry, dude. So Niall Burney is saying Subotic could come on in midfield. Is this game back on, boys? Right, they're coming... Oh, no, they're not back yet. Jimmy Bullard. Are you a Fulham fan, Bernie? As well as Union? Union and Fulham? Who else did Jimmy Bullard play for? Did he start at Coventry? Coventry, Fulham. Where else has he been? I had steak and chips, dude, just before the stream. I was a little bit late getting on because my wife fucked the steak up. I can hear it out there. Not too happy I'm sharing that. Shower Fields is asking about Holden Mofarten. Oh yeah, Jimmy Bullard was a Chelsea. You a Chelsea fan as well, Bernie? Are they your British club? Wigan. He ended his career at Wigan, right? And Hull. Oh, he was good at Hull, to be fair. Probably had his best days at Hull, right? I know they got relegated the season he went there, but they were a decent Hull team for a little bit, right? Orgil is saying if the John Jones and Garnu fight happens, he's ready to bet everything he's got on John Jones. The vegan skeptic, she owes us a game tomorrow for that steak. Hypothetically, boys, right, if I did do one game tomorrow, I can hear my wife unhappy out there. She's like huffing and puffing. But if no, Kalu is out injured, dude. Kalu's not on the bench, unfortunately. Bernie loves Chelsea. So tomorrow, I don't really want to do this game at 5:30 because you'd imagine Bayern are going to absolutely smash Eintracht Frankfurt, so that would be a bad game for live betting. But out of these four, boys, which do you think would be the better one for live betting? I'm leaning towards Borussia Mönchengladbach against Bayer Leverkusen because we already saw Bayer Leverkusen play earlier on in the week. So we kind of know a little bit about what they bring to the table. Both teams are close in the league. Should be a nice competitive game. Kind of leaning towards the Mönchengladbach Bayer Leverkusen game. Let me know what you think, boys. I can't guarantee I'll do it. Like I say, it depends, man. If I'm doing something with the family, I might not be able to do it. I'm not going to schedule it in or anything like that. It'll just be one I kind of show up and do. Oh yeah, the celebration against Man City where he got all the players in the middle of the pitch and told them off, right? The wifey is asking for more likes to get this game going, to get the live stream tomorrow. Yeah, boys, if you want a live stream, the wifey is saying you gotta like the video. Oh yeah, we don't have many likes. What's going on, boys? Hardly anyone's liked the stream. Fuck me, I know we haven't got any live bets so far. I know the game is shit. I'm doing my best, boys. I can't help it. I'm doing my best over here. I'm not just gonna fucking throw any old shit out there, boys. We're trying to make money. Do you know what I mean? Trying to make money. We don't want to be betting any old shit and potentially losing. We gotta wait for a strong position to pop up. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't force bets, boys. You know what, Bernie? I don't think I can show Jimmy Bullard's celebration because the live stream will probably get copyright flagged by YouTube. YouTube are really aggressive with those copyright flags, man, so I can't. It was the one where he got them all in a circle in the middle of the pitch, wasn't it? And like, because the previous week, I can't remember who it was, but the previous week, Hull got absolutely smashed, didn't they? By someone, and the ref, the manager, didn't let him go back in the changing rooms at half time and told him off for getting smashed. And then he was kind of taking the piss out of him. Oh, no bet yet, Mazzolo. Nothing yet, dude. It's been a bit of a scrappy game, man. Not any strong positions jumping out at me. Let me know if you boys got any bets, though. Let me know what bets you're going for. There's nothing I like at the moment, man. I'm happy to just chill and see if anything pops up. This is a tight game. Like if we have a quick skim through the odds, though. Like, what's jumping out at me? Like, both teams to score, 3.40. Money line, Hertha Berlin 2.60, draw 2.45, Union Berlin 3.80. The value's probably with Union Berlin to win, right? with how tight a game it's been. I mean, you're getting almost 3-1 on your money. I'm not going to bet it, but I'm just saying that's probably the best value bet from all the money lines. What about double chance? That's the other market I like. Double chance. Hertha Berlin or draw 1.25. That's terrible. Draw or Union 1.50. Or Hertha or Union to win 1.50. Again, I don't like anything there. The teams are finally coming back out here now. Hopefully we get something in the next half. This is why, even though I do think football is one of the best sports to live bet, like pro rata, I probably make a lot more money live betting football than I do MMA. But because in one night you get like 12 MMA fights, and you literally every 15 minutes you get a new opportunity to make money, and you get 12 opportunities to make money in one night because there's 12 fights. When you get games like this where you're just like, you can just be sat there for 2 hours, literally no live bets, and then it's like your entire night's work is gone. When you can do an entire night's work live betting MMA, you could get like 12 opportunities to make money. So yeah, this is the drawback to football. Like, it is a lot easier to make money on football in my opinion than MMA live betting, but it's way more time consuming. But I'm hoping, man, they say football's a game of two halves, right? And we said at the beginning of this game that obviously, if we look at the Union squad, they're missing six players tonight. And with the coronavirus situation, these teams get 5 substitutes in this second half instead of the usual 3. So realistically, Hertha Berlin can replace half their team in this second half. If Union Berlin start to get tired, they have to start bringing on players that possibly aren't the best. That gives Hertha quite a big advantage if they've got more strength in depth, right? So that is something we've got to pay attention to. Maybe we could see a big swing in Hertha Berlin's favour in the second half, where they really start to pick the pressure up, see more of the ball, and crank the pressure up on Union Berlin. But first half, no strong read on this game. Think it could go either way, but hopefully things will get spicy in the second half. But shout out to everyone watching, boys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for hitting the like button. I will try and come back tomorrow if the wifey lets me, if we're not doing anything today. 2:30. I won't live bet the 5:30 game because I think it's going to be pretty shit, but we might do a 2:30 game. Yeah, Nathan, with football, dude, how much I bet on a game really depends on how confident I feel on a bet. So I would bet anywhere from 10% of one of my betting account balances up to like 40, depending on how confident I feel in a bet. I use very different bankroll management to most people. Mine's all based on compound interest. Yeah, Joey McBride, it can ruin clubs that get relegated, definitely, dude. This is a huge financial hit, man. I'm not sure about the Bundesliga, but in the UK, it's bad, real bad. So Rizla is waiting for Piszczek to come on. And then he's going to bang a bit of money on Hertha Berlin. Thinks Piszczek might change the game. Nice one for the heads up, Rizla, dude. I appreciate that, mate. Nathan Storks considering a bet on Union. My wife's telling people off in the live chat. Sounds well, if she's telling people off in the live chat, boys, it's better than her telling me off, which is what usually happens. Alright, boys, we're into the second half now. Now, let's see if the dynamic changes a little bit, because in that final 15 minutes of the first half, it was getting really scrappy, right? Neither team could really build any momentum. Game was getting scrappy. Lots of cheap fouls, professional fouls, the break-up play. Ref didn't really do a lot about it either. Someone was saying in the live chat that, you know, there could have been a lot more yellow cards in that first half than 2, and I agree with him. There should have been at least 5 or 6, I think. But the ref let a lot go. Good ball there from Turaniga. Oh, great ball into Luka Bacchio, and a great save again from Gikiewicz. He has made 3 very, very good saves now in this game. That's the second time he's denied Luka Bacchio. But again, it's offside. So yeah, if Luka Bacchio would have scored, I'm pretty sure they would have gone to VAR and disallowed that goal. That looked offside to me. So you got to be careful. This is where following the stats gets a little bit weird, because obviously we've seen Cunha get in on goal and have, you know, a shot on target saved. Luka Bacchio's had a shot on target saved. But obviously, Cunha's last attempt on goal and Luka Bacchio's attempt there, in the replays, we found both guys were offside, so the goals wouldn't have stood anyway. So this, again, the shots on target stats are a little bit misleading. Great play here from Union, cutting the ball back. Anderson, oh, that might have been Butler actually, putting the ball over the bar. Can't see if they're going to give a corner here. Bolter. It did look like a corner. It did look like it should have been a corner, and they are going to give a corner. Very, very nice. Trimmel steps up to take the corner. Now, his delivery off these corners has been really poor in this game. See if it's better here. Better delivery, but ball goes near post and gets cleared easily from Hertha. So they say football is a game of 2 halves, and both teams coming out much faster than they did in the much faster in the second half than they did in the whole of the first half. This game looks open now, and the intensity levels have definitely been cranked up by both these teams here. And I have no idea what what Andrich is doing, dicking around with the ball on the edge of the 18-yard box. He gets away with it, almost gives the ball away in a very dangerous position. But Union are coming out swinging in this second half, full of energy, and taking the game to Hertha Berlin, giving the Hertha defenders something to think about early in this second half. So, you know, we do know games can change a lot. Games can change a lot, and we are seeing a very different Union Berlin here in the second half. And very, very nice there from Reichel to win another corner for Union. Very, very nice. Early in this second half, we've got a second corner from Union Berlin. Now, Trimmel, like I say, Trimmel's delivery off these corners has been really poor. I think this is the 3rd or 4th corner that Union Berlin have had in the game, and he keeps punting into the near post, and Hertha deal with it easily every time. Be interesting to see. Again, punts it into the near post. No one can get on the end of it that time. I think Trimmel's possibly just becoming a little bit predictable. Every single time he gets a corner, he drills the ball into the near post, and Hertha have got a lot of height at the back, right? They've got a lot of tall centre backs. They're dealing with it easily. Grujic, obviously, is a big boy as well. But Hertha back in possession. Plattenhardt lobs a ball upfield. Union back in possession, though the centre back, Hubner, picks it up. Playing out from the back now. Trimmel on the left side at the moment, hasn't come back over to his right side since taking the corner. Trimmel out of position here at the moment. Parenson dicking around with it and giving the ball away. It's we saw this earlier on in the week, right? German teams seem to like to play the ball out from the back, and in this second half, Union defenders almost getting caught in some bad positions with the ball. Hertha Berlin pressing forward now. Plattenhardt drifts a beautiful ball in, and a fantastic finish there from Ibisevic. Brilliant goal from Ibisevic there. Plattenhardt getting forward, drilling the ball into the 6-yard box, and buries it. Free header really in the 6-yard box. Very nice finish from Ibisevic. They say, man, football is a game of 2 halves, and we've had more action in the last 5 minutes than we had in the last 20 minutes of the first half. So this game is definitely flipped on its head now, and Hertha Berlin 1-0 up. Very, very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Very nice goal from Ibisevic, who hasn't looked dangerous at all in this game, really. That was his first attempt on goal, and he absolutely buried it. Very, very nice. Very nice. And really the first time we saw Plattenhardt get forward as well. He really hasn't got forward too much in this game. Ibisevic does well to bring the ball into control there. He's played Luca Bacchio in. Luca Bacchio in on goal. Goes round the keeper. Outrageous. 2-0 out of nowhere. 2-0 out of nowhere. And Hertha Berlin with the sucker punch. Brutal luck for Union Berlin. Union just starting to get into the game. They actually looked more dangerous in this first half. And out of nowhere really, Hertha Berlin grabbed 2 goals. Football's a mad sport, right, boys? Football is a mad sport, and Hertha Berlin haven't really looked like scoring, but there we can see the ball gets cleared. Ibisevic does a great job of controlling the ball and literally plays Luca Bacchio right in. Beautifully weighted ball. He goes round the keeper, knocks it into an open goal. Absolutely beautiful, boys. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, this game is flipped on its head. And I mean, it was looking bad for live betting. It looks even worse now. Hertha Berlin grabbing 2 goals out of absolute nowhere. Out of absolutely nowhere. After looking pretty poor in the first half, to be honest with you. But anyway, plenty of time left in this game. 40 minutes left to go. And this game is likely to open up quite a bit now, because obviously Union Berlin, nothing to lose at this stage, 2-0 down. They're going to have to take the game to Hertha now and start pushing on. But they haven't really looked like creating anything, right? They haven't really created many goal-scoring opportunities themselves. Been quite a shit game, really. And then out of nowhere, Union with the 2 goals. Beep beep in my Jeep wants to bet on Union to score. Before I would jump into anything like that, I would just wait to see what Union's response is going to be like, because when you can see 2 goals really quickly like that, it can be demoralising for a team. You know, we don't know if Union are going to respond well after conceding 2 goals in literally 2 minutes, or if they're going to fade and not react to it very well. But you would expect this game to open up quite a bit now. Bolter does a great job here, working the ball into a dangerous area, but Jarstein picks the ball up near post. It was heading for the feet of Anderson. Jarstein did a good job of cutting it out there. Very, very nice. So yeah, really from a live betting point of view, the question just becomes if Union Berlin are at least going to score in this game or get back in it, right? So, you know, like I say, before you go rush out to bet Union Berlin here, they haven't, to my knowledge, I don't believe Union Berlin have had a shot on target in this game. So I would want to see a little bit more from Union Berlin, some stronger signs that they're going to be able to bag a goal before I would consider betting them here. Now, they haven't played bad, but they haven't created a lot going forward. And Hertha Berlin do look pretty good defensively, right? But this has been a total sucker punch for Union. Absolute sucker punch here at the beginning of this first half. And Union Berlin now have got a lot to do to get back in this game. Hertha Berlin with their tails up, looking lively at the beginning of this second half. Full of confidence now with their 2-goal lead. Out of nowhere, I can't believe that Union conceded 2 after they've been defending so well. Conceded 2 in such a short space of time. They literally got caught cold in this second half, and now they have got a ton of work to do. And this is where frustration will start to creep in, right? Hertha Berlin just look to frustrate them, run the clock down, keep a hold of the ball. First substitution of the half here we have got Ouya coming on for Ingevarten. To be fair, Ingevarten hasn't had a good game, hasn't really been able to impose himself in that midfield. Can't actually remember one cross that he's been able to get into the into the box despite playing on that right side of midfield in this game. Ibisevic gets a bit lucky there, tried to back heel the ball into the path of Acuna, but spooned it, and it ends up dropping perfectly to his feet. Very well played there by Anderson to lay the ball off to Bolter. He looks for a free kick, he's not going to get it. And now again, Hertha Berlin looking dangerous on the counter-attack. Luka Bacchio plays the ball into the back post. Ibisevic this time can't get on the end of it, he lets it run. So it looks like a few people have got bets on the over 2.5 goals. That is looking good here at the moment, especially with Hertha not looking to settle on this lead. Hertha's still looking to attack here, and obviously as Union have to push on and look to get back into this game, more and more space is going to open up for Hertha going forward. Hertha definitely got their tails up after a tricky first half. And again, this is what you probably see a lot of in this second half. Obviously, Union are going to be under pressure to get on the ball, try and get back into this game. And Hertha Berlin are going to look for opportunities just to get the Union players to commit to challenges. They're going to be looking to get fouled so they can run the clock down. And like I say, zap any momentum the Union are trying to build. Very, very difficult game now for Union. If they can get one goal back here, the game does obviously become very interesting. But it is difficult for them because as they push on, it leaves them wide open at the back. Ibisevic has done a great job this half of getting the ball under control. Absolutely amazing job, man. It's what created the goal for Luka Bacchio. He's done a really good job of bringing the ball under control, holding it up there. Very, very nice job. Acuna lays the ball off. Acuna back on the ball here. Cuts inside. Very, very nice. Overplaying it a little bit here, flicks it into the 18-yard box, and Grujic, I believe, or was it Acuna? It went back to Acuna, slots it in the far corner. Very, very nice. And this game has gone from being very, very flat to Hertha Berlin coming out the second half and just basically scoring goals out of nowhere. Right, clinical is the word I would use. Clinical in this second half. They didn't create much in the first half, but in this second half, every single opportunity they've got, they've put it away. And hard luck really for Union Berlin, man. Like, you know, I will say Hertha Berlin have been the better team. There's no doubt there, but the scoreline is a little bit harsh on Union, man. The scoreline's definitely a little bit harsh. They've been caught cold in this second half with 3 clinical finishes from Hertha Berlin. And this game, boys, this game is looking dead in the water for live betting at the moment. Very, very dead. Very dead. This game is looking pretty dead now. Like I say, the only bet really left on the table is both teams to score or Union Berlin to score. But like I said, when you concede, when you haven't been playing bad, like Union Berlin haven't been playing badly, but they have conceded 3 goals out of nowhere early in this second half, and you know, when that happens, it is demoralising. It is difficult to lift your spirits after that. So, you know, it's difficult to predict how Union are going to react to that third goal. I mean, they reacted okay to the second, but that third goal is likely to deflate them. So the probability of them scoring themselves, very difficult to predict. I guess it all depends on what Hertha Berlin plan on doing in the rest of the game, right? If they plan on sitting and just protecting this 3-0 lead and kind of taking it easy, you know, and if they start to invite Union onto them, or, you know, if Hertha Berlin really decide to, you know, to keep playing the way they are, it's going to be very, very difficult for Union. Very difficult to get back into the game, and you know, that's one of the problems as well with Union. Union suffering from injuries at the moment. They've just taken off Bolter, who is their most creative player. He has looked the most dangerous in midfield for them. Trimmel pops the ball in far post. Good defending there from Pekarik. Puts it out for a corner. Very, very nice. Very nice. And Trimmel's delivery has been really, really poor all game. That's the 4th or 5th corner Union have had, and every single time Trimmel has taken the corner, he's put it near post, and Hertha have defended it easily. Like if you're in the Hertha side, you know exactly what he's going to do every time. Every time he gets a corner, so you just pack the near post, and it's easy to defend. There's a push in the back there. Grujic taking a little bit of a risk there, giving the Union forward a nudge in the back. Big gamble there in the 18-yard box, especially with VAR in play. But he gets away with it. I don't understand why players take stupid risks like that. Obviously, Hertha 3-0 up. But if Grujic were to be sent off there, now it probably doesn't affect the outcome of this game. And he's suspended for upcoming games. Just doesn't make any sense why you would risk giving away a penalty and a red card in a situation like that. Cunha's done amazingly well here. Tried to put the ball on a plate for Derrida, but it just runs in front of Derrida. And great play again from Cunha. Cunha has had an amazing second half here. It's been influential in pretty much everything. Very, very good second half for Cunha. And the main man, Cunha, being brought off here. It is smart though, right? He's had a great second half. You don't want to risk him picking up an injury, missing future games. Great second half for Cunha. He did pretty well in the first as well, to be fair. Ibisevic, where was this Ibisevic in the first half? Ibisevic did nothing in the first half, was barely in the game. In this second half, he's done a great job of holding the ball up. Ibisevic has looked amazing in this second half. Completely different performance from him. Scored a goal, instrumental in setting up Luca Bacchio. There's a foul. Is the ref? The referee's going to book No, the referee's going to book Rujic there. Probably should have had one earlier on in the game for a high foot. Professional foul to slow down the attack there of Union, bringing Pramel down. And once again, Trimmel steps up to take the set piece. His delivery has been so poor in this game, though. See if he can do anything with the ball here. His delivery is so poor, he just lays it off to Andrich, who has a decent shot, just fizzes over the bar. It's going to take a lot to beat a keeper like Jarstein from 35 yards out, though. Bit of desperation from Union Berlin. This is what you want to see if you're interested in getting any more live bets on this game. You want to see Union start to pen Hertha back. You want to see Hertha start to get deeper and deeper, try and sit on this lead and invite pressure, and then allow Union to start building up some momentum, some pressure. But it's not going to happen yet because they've given a foul away. Ibisevic, what a second half from Ibisevic, man. He has completely changed the game for Hertha in the second half. And I think we're about 20 minutes from the end of the game now. I don't actually remember Union Berlin having a shot on target in this game. They have not troubled Jarstein at all. Union just starting to actually see more of the ball now. You see Hertha starting to sit deeper in their own half, inviting a little bit of pressure, looking to protect this 3-0 lead. Union still aren't creating anything, but they are seeing more of the ball. Poor ball though into Ujar. See another substitution here, I think. Take care, Joey McBride, dude. See you later, man. Take care, dude. Cruz comes on for Andrich for Union. Uja on the ball. Very nice interception there into Anderson, who gives the ball away. Mali looked to lay it off to Mali, but gives it away. Surprised they haven't brought Luca Bacchio off yet. 3-0 lead. You'd want to protect him. He has been, one of the most dangerous players for Hertha Berlin tonight. I mean, Luca Bacchio was the man in the first half, right? Cunha and Ibisevic changed the game for Hertha in the second. Mali's done really well to bring that ball back under control there. Mali's just given Union Berlin a little bit of quality in midfield now. A little bit more creativity in midfield. Great ball into Mali. He lets it go. Trimmel, man. Trimmel, their right back, has covered a lot of ground, right? He's their captain, but it hasn't been much end product from Trimmel tonight, to be fair. It's been quite poor when on the ball. His delivery is just not good. He's really let Union down. There's been no quality delivery tonight. Important interception there from Pekarik to cut that ball out. Oh, nice one, Orgil, mate. Yeah, Orgil just reminding us, no shots on target so far for Union. And we did say earlier on, right? Football's a game of two halves. Competitive first half, and then Hertha Berlin running away with it in the second, which is quite interesting, really, because momentum swung in Union Berlin's favour at the end of the first half, and also Union Berlin were looking the better team at the start of the second half. They were looking much better in the first 5 minutes, and then a quick sucker punch from Hertha Berlin. Thanks to this man, Ibisevic is now going off and being replaced by Piszczek. Sucker punch from Hertha Berlin. 2 quick goals early in the second half, and now it is very, very wise to bring Luca Bacchio off. He's got himself a goal. He's looked dangerous all game. Don't want to risk him getting injured. And Dil Rosen comes on to replace him. Great performance from Luca Bacchio. Very, very nice. Looks like Union is still gonna at least attempt to get back in this game, although it's very, very unlikely it happens. They haven't completely capitulated, I will say that. There's nothing I'm tempted by, Vegan Skeptic. Haven't really been tempted to bet anything in this game, man. I think it's been a real difficult game for live betting. Hertha Berlin really Hertha Berlin didn't play that well at all, in my opinion, in the first half, and I think they just caught Union cold at the beginning of the second half. And of course, Union haven't looked like creating anything really. And with Hertha being 3-0 up now, Union still haven't had the shot on target with 15 minutes left to go. You know, I wouldn't feel confident that Union are going to be able to achieve much in the next 15 minutes. I mean, if anything, Hertha Berlin look more likely to score out of the two, right? You know, at least they are creating chances. Although since Cunha went off, Ibisevic is off now. Maybe they will look to sit and protect this league. Plattenhardt puts the ball in, much better delivery, and I think that was Boyata, the centre back, with the fourth goal for Hertha Berlin. This is a crazy game. This is one of those games where, like, you know when you watch a game of football and you're kind of like, the score doesn't really reflect how the game has gone. I do feel that 4-0 is a little bit harsh on Union Berlin and a little bit flattering for Hertha. Obviously, there is that expression: if you don't score, if you don't shoot, you don't score. And Hertha have created a lot more chances in this game than Union Berlin, but literally everything they've thrown at the goal in the second half has gone in. They've been so clinical, but it is, I wouldn't say it necessarily reflects the quality of their performance. They've just been very, very clinical. And now 13 minutes left to go. An absolute battering on paper for Union. Very, very, very difficult night for them. And it looks like Hertha won another one. They're still on the attack. They are still going for it here. Hertha still on the attack here. That's what I do love about German football, man. It's so attack orientated. It is. It's so open, man. The games are so entertaining. So many goals in German football. And even 4-0 up, Hertha still trying to add to their lead. And very, very, very nice there from Dilrosun to invite that foul. Baited Uria into that foul. Very, very nice. In a dangerous position. See what Hertha can do from this position. Who is going to take this? I'd imagine the Reader most likely to take it. Actually bringing the Reader off. He won't be the man to take it. Let's see who's going to take this free kick. It is the man that won the free kick in the first place, Dilrosun. Pops it straight over the bar though. Oh, Rizla with the subs, mate. It's for the coronavirus, dude. I think all the teams are getting 5 subs instead of 3, while until everything goes back to normal. That is a fucking banger, boys. Borussia Dortmund against Bayern Munich. I will definitely be doing a live stream for that game, boys. Tuesday night. Hopefully that game will be a better one for live betting than this has been. This has been like the worst type of game imaginable because it was a competitive game, but neither team was really showing too much of an advantage, and then literally out of nowhere, one team takes a big lead, which is pretty impossible to read. So frustrating, man. Frustrating game for live betting. But hopefully that Borussia Dortmund Bayern Munich game will be a lot better. I might do a stream tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see what's going on tomorrow. There is the main man, Ibisevic. Did absolutely nothing in the first half. Don't think I even saw Ibisevic complete a pass in the first half. And then instrumental in everything in the second half. He's had an amazing second half. Completely changed the game for Hertha Berlin. He scored the first goal, created the second goal, and did a great job of holding the ball up until he was brought off. 35 years old as well. Ibisevic is getting on now. 35. Very old for a striker. Good defending from Hertha Berlin. Lots of bodies back. Lots of bodies back. And Europe pretty much just a lone soldier going forward there for Union. So yeah, if we come back tomorrow, boys, I think the game we will do, that Borussia Mönchengladbach versus Bayer Leverkusen game, looks good tomorrow, especially because we know a little bit about Bayer Leverkusen. I have actually placed one bet for tomorrow. I have bet both teams to score in this game. Both teams seem to have loads of goals in them. Both teams tend to concede in every single game as well. So I have bet on both teams to score in that tomorrow. So only bet I do have for tomorrow though. Both teams are scoring that game seems pretty likely based on the way both teams play. And what is interesting about this game is Hertha Berlin don't really have too many goals in them. It's Union Berlin that tend to score more goals out of the two teams, but the opposite has happened tonight, right? The complete opposite. Union Berlin have not looked like scoring at all. And now just running the clock down. Frustrating night for Union. And commiserations as well, man, to Bernie, who was in here early on, the Union Berlin fan. Just as Union was starting to look okay, they conceded 2 goals out of nowhere. And those stats tell the whole story, right? Possession stats, pretty close. Possession stats showing, both teams have had a good amount of possession, but 8 shots on target for Hertha, majority of them in the second half. No shots on target for Union. That has been a difference. And it goes to show how clinical Hertha have been. Half of their shots on target have gone in. And still looking for another one with 5 minutes left to go. Can't imagine there's going to be much stoppage time here at all. Haven't really been any breaks in play in the second half as far as I can remember, apart from the substitutions. Oh, they do, don't they? There will actually be decent amount of stoppage time. I think they have to add like 30 seconds per substitution, something like that. So there probably will be, you know, three or 4 minutes of added time. Completely forgot about the substitutions, but there haven't been any injuries that I remember. Hertha going for another one here. Drifts the ball into the back post. Piszczek looks to get on the end of it. He can't. And I feel really bad for the keeper as well, because Gikiewicz has had a pretty decent game, man, in that first half. Made some key saves. Gikiewicz had a pretty good first half, but then the second half, obviously, Hertha 4 goals out of nowhere. Gandhi saying, you know what, I get what Gandhi's saying, all those injuries made a difference in the end. He is right, 100%, but at the same time, I do feel like the scoreline doesn't necessarily reflect. It's not like if you see a 4-0 scoreline, you would expect a team to get absolutely smashed, and I wouldn't say that's what's happened here. Hertha have just taken their chances. I wouldn't necessarily say no Union have played bad or defended badly. It's just that Hertha have put their chances away. Bit harsh, bit of a harsh scoreline this, considering how the game has gone. Who knows, man? If someone else would have been taking the corners, free kicks, someone else other than Trimmel, maybe Union would have created a little bit more. Trimmel's delivery has been really poor in this game. Very, very poor. But anyway, boys, we're going to be wrapping this up very soon. It's almost the end of this game. Obviously, no bets from me in this game. Do, like I say, have one bet for tomorrow. I'm going to go for both teams to score in that Borussia Mönchengladbach Bayer Leverkusen game. Do like both teams to score in that game. Oh, here we go. Denied. Do like both teams to score in that game, but that is all I've got tomorrow. But I might live bet a game. We'll see what happens. Luka Bacchio and Ibisevic sitting a safe distance from each other, even though this absolutely pointless. Considering, as you can see here from this corner, players have been in close proximity all game. Just don't understand the whole social distancing for substitutes. It's a little bit weird. Good defending there. Trimmel, the mount. We have been a little bit critical of Trimmel tonight, but he clears the ball at the near post. That will be a foul, I would imagine. Turaniga. The clumsy foul. Running into the back of Mali. Yeah, nice one for everyone watching though, boys. I know it's been a little bit boring. The one in the week was really cool. It was a great game for live betting because it was pretty competitive. You know, those are the kind of games which are, you know, when it's end to end, both teams creating chances, you know, it's easier to get a much stronger read on who's more likely to win. A game like this where very competitive in the first half and then one team literally scores out of nowhere against the run of play. It's those type of games are pretty difficult to live bet. But like I say, boys, thank you for being here anyway. Sorry it wasn't as exciting as the one earlier on in the week, but this is real life, right? You're going to get games which just aren't good for live betting. This is one of those games. So, nice one, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. And, yes, boys, I might be back tomorrow. Maybe we'll be back tomorrow. maybe we'll be back tomorrow, boys. I'm not sure. If not, I will definitely be back on Tuesday for a live stream. And on Tuesday, we'll probably do... There's no game on Monday. There's Tuesday. We'll probably do a double live stream on Tuesday. We'll probably do Dortmund against Bayern Munich, and then this Bayer Leverkusen versus Wolfsburg game right after. Yeah, this should be a pretty good game. Wow, Jesus, there's a massive points gap. But we're quite familiar with Leverkusen right after watching them the other night. It's either that or Werder Bremen against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Werder Bremen's form at the moment, absolutely terrible. But yes, we will do a double live stream on Tuesday, boys. Possibly even a double live stream on Wednesday. And yeah, hopefully next week's games will be a lot better for live betting. Something tells me this one will be. Very much looking forward to this game. Top two teams going up against each other, and realistically Dortmund are going to need to win this game to stand any chance of taking the title away from Bayern Munich. But yeah, nice one, boys. Nathan, dude, I really don't know if I'm going to do tomorrow, mate. I will just kind of I will just kind of turn up and do it. I'm not sure if I'm going to or not, but if I do tomorrow, it'll be one of the 2:30 games. So I guess just check the channel at like 2:30 and see if we're doing a stream. I'll do my best, boys. Sorry for tonight. This obviously wasn't the best game to live bet, wasn't the best live stream, but obviously that's the way it goes sometimes, boys. Thank you for watching anyway. Take care, everybody. Love you all,